Hi, my name is Kelsey, and today I'm going to show you everything that I knitted in 2024. This year has been a very knit-focused year. Last year I did crochet a bunch, like pretty much everything I made last year was crocheted, but in August of 2023, I learned how to knit. This was my first sweater of the year. It was self-drafted. I believe I found the chart for the bow on Pinterest. Yeah, it's very, the sleeves look so awful. I really don't like it. It was my first color work too, of like intarsia color work. So that was something I was still learning how to do. Overall, I think it turned out okay, but I don't wear it a whole lot. It's not something I reach for every day. It's pretty big, so like you can't really wear it under a coat, and it gets pretty cold where I live. So it doesn't get worn too much. It's also not a very warm sweater because of the loose gauge. It's not very warm. Overall, I think it's all right. It's not the best thing I've made though. My next sweater that I made was the Monday sweater by Petite Knit, my first Petite Knit pattern. I had some issues. I had my first dye lot issue. So I used just another pretty cheap yarn. It was Lion Brand's Wool Ease in the color Rainforest, but it had a dye lot issue, so I kind of put I problem solved. I put just like scrap yarn or yarn from my stash into stripes. I do think it's still cute, and I do wear it sometimes. I don't think this was the right color for me to pick. I think if it was all one color, I would like it better. It's not like a go-to for me anymore because I have sweaters that I prefer over this one. I believe I knitted this in the size medium. So overall, it's a good fit. I love the way it fits. It's like very sweatshirty. I do like this sweater. It's good. This next sweater, again, was a self-drafted sweater that I made for the Noah Kahan concert that I went to in April. And it originally, the way that I wore it to the concert was just, it didn't have sleeves yet. And I added the sleeves later in the spring. And I think it turned out so cute. It's quite cropped. That's like the one thing that I'm not a huge fan of. I would say it gets like a decent amount of wear because it's pretty simple and cute. This was also knitted in Luxe Merino in the white, the same one that I used for that first sweater. And then the letters were done in Patent Classic Wool DK. But yeah, this one, I'm really happy with this. I posted on TikTok, people seemed to really like it. I did a little outfit from the concert, which was so cute. I had so much fun. It's just, I love making things for like concerts and stuff, so. Okay, now we have my first ever vest that I made. This is so cute though. I love this so much. This is a pattern by Made in the Moment. It's a made to measure pattern. I think I'll be wearing it a lot more this upcoming spring/summer. I'll try and incorporate it more into my daily wear wardrobe. But yeah, I love it so much. It's so cute. It was also very quick, and it was all with yarn from my stash, and it was a lot of fun. This is probably like the most complicated intarsia knitting I've done. This could use a good steam, but this was my next sweater kind of thing, kind of like a cropped little shrug bolero thing, but it was inspired by Minigru Studios or Kait. I watch her YouTube videos all the time, and I saw she made this really cute cropped green sweater with like a cable going down the sleeve, so kind of took inspo from her. This was my first time ever implementing cables into a design, so that's exciting. And I feel like it turned out okay. There was no like shaping that I did, so it is what it is. Like, I don't wear it as much as I would like to, but I have worn it a couple times. It's also like, it's kind of nice because it's like warm if your arms are cold, but then it's like not too warm. So it's perfect for like the beginning/middle of spring when it's still kind of cold, or like fall. feel like this could work in fall. And I knitted this in Patton's Classic Wool worsted in the color Pink Quartz. I'm pretty sure this was my next sweater that I made. It's also self-drafted, kind of inspired by the Everywhere Everything sweater that I made, but I did it with Taylor Swift lyrics this time. So it says, "Love you to the moon and to Saturn." I designed this chart too with the little moon and the heart that looks like Saturn. It's so cute. I made this when I was like super sad about not having Eras Tour tickets, but I actually did end up getting tickets like a week before the concert in November. But yeah, it's super cute. I love it. This is also in the Luxe Merino by Loops and Threads in the colors white and stormy. But yeah, I wear this a decent amount too, like probably just as much as my Everywhere Everything sweater. This looks a little bit silly, like layered. Actually, it doesn't look that bad, but I wouldn't usually wear it with a long sleeve shirt. This is kind of more of a summery knit, one of like the only summery knits I have, but it's just like this really basic. This is also self-drafted. This was my year of self-drafting apparently. It was made in Sandnes Garn Linné, I think that's how you say it, in the colors Putty and Lilac. So it's pretty cute. This is like the full look of it. I actually do like how wide the neckline is. I think that's really cute. It's got no shaping. It's just like a really basic raglan baby tee. I do wear it a decent amount. I think it's really good for the summer. It's just like a quick piece to throw on. It's pretty loose and just like airy. I like it. I would repurchase this yarn too because it's really light and not super like hot in the summer. The next piece I have is the Sebastian sweater by Juicy Luce. I bought this pattern the day it came out because I was waiting. I actually applied to be a test knitter on it, but I didn't get picked. So I ended up using Luxe Merino again, but I held it double, and except for this is not Luxe Merino. This is like a cotton yarn that I had left over from another project that I'll show later because it's in a different category. I think the red is called Rhubarb and the white. This vest, self-drafted. Once again, I actually designed the bow. I was like looking at this picture on my wall of a bow and went on my iPad and just like sketched out on like a grid the color chart for this, and it was in Barocco Vintage. This is the color Mochi, and then this is Rhubarb, Ruby for the darker one, and then for the lightest one it's Guava. Okay, this vest, I do not like it. I feel like it just doesn't have enough positive ease. I might add sleeves. I probably just need like 2 more hanks of yarn, so it's not that crazy. I'm gonna leave it for a little bit and see if I want to do that, but undecided right now. This one I was so excited to make. It's the Rory sweater. I love it so much, so much. It's so cute. I'd been wanting to buy a sweater that looked like Rory Gilmore's sweater, but none of them like really looked quite like I wanted it to look. People who knit know, like, it's hard to buy sweaters. Once you have learned how to knit, it's like I could make that. So that's kind of my mindset. And I did make it. And I actually have got a lot of compliments on it. But I love it so much. I made this in Lion Brand Fisherman's Wool. I made it in the size small, I think. Oh, the Sebastian sweater I made in a medium, if you're wondering. And then this sweater, yeah, size small. I wear it all the time. So cute. It's my first all over like cable-y sweater. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I love it so much. I love this sweater. It's like one of my favorites. It fits so well. Like, it just hits perfect. It's perfect. I love it. Okay, this next sweater is sweater number 15 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. It's my first My Favorite Things Knitwear pattern. I had my eye on this for so long, and then I like bought this yarn for like pretty cheap. It was on sale. It's discontinued, I'm pretty sure. It's the Patton's Classic Wool DK. So I actually had used it before on a hat, which I'll show you later, but I found it again at a different store, and really I don't like this sweater. Not the design of it, but this yarn just isn't right for it. That's something I've learned this year, and something I'm gonna try and do better in 2025 is picking the correct yarns for like a specific project. Like, this was the right weight, but I don't think it suits this project very well. I don't wear it too much. It's not the worst. I did wear it to Thanksgiving, my family dinner, but yeah, this is also in a size small. Okay, this one's not so much a sweater, but like more like a shirt, long sleeve. It's the Mega Solar Blouse by Spektakelstrik. It's made with the Malabrigo Rios in the color Libra. I really like this. Here she is, so cute. My mom calls it my negative ease top because I explained to her what negative ease and positive ease is. So when we reference it, she goes, "Oh, your negative ease top?" And I'm like, "Yeah, girl." I knitted the size small medium. I didn't block it. I'm kind of scared to block it, so we're gonna wait until I have to do that. I might add a couple rows to make it a little bit longer. It's like not that bad, but if my jeans are like any lower, I feel like it could be longer. I also didn't do it to the full length because I was scared I was gonna run out of yarn, but I didn't. I have leftover actually. I really like this. It's quite warm though, so I like don't wear it when it's like it has to be pretty cold to wear it, but it's also like perfect to wear like under a coat and stuff. So now we have my second Monday sweater. I knitted this in Drops Lima in the color khaki. I have a note. Look at my notes on this. I made this Monday sweater in a size small, but my first one I made in a medium. I really like it. I think it's like, again, sweatshirt-y. It's really easy to just throw on and wear with something. But yeah, I really like it. We've now arrived at my last sweater that I made this year. It's also my favorite sweater. I've worn it to all my Christmas dinners with my family. It's the sweater number 24 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. And I knitted it in Drops Alpaca Boucle in off-white, held with Estelle Whisper in the color Linen. So, very, very fluffy and cozy. I'll like kind of show you what it looks like. I love it so much, like so much. The only thing I changed about the pattern, I made it in a size small, and the only thing I modified was the sleeves. I ended up making them more like a balloon sleeve, because that's just like the vibe I was feeling with this, rather than it usually like tapers down into like a regular sleeve, I guess. But yeah, my favorite sweater. I love it so much. Before I get into accessories, which I have right here, I have 3 pairs of shorts to show. So these ones, technically I made them in 2023, but I finished them in 2024 because they became a whip for a long time. They just sat in this little bin under my bed, and I finally finished them in maybe February. I followed Minigru Studios, or Kait, once again. I followed her. She has a whole video explaining how to make shorts. So I used like this yellow and blue. I think it looks so cute. I think it's James C. Brett, like DK cotton. I'm not really sure what the colors are, but yeah, just like this really pretty blue and yellow combo I think looks so cute together. And then later in the year I made another pair with the Lion Brand 24/7 cotton. These ones I have not worn. I tried to do this thing where I wanted them to flare out a bit, so I did like these increases. It doesn't look great. I think I'm gonna frog this and use it to make like a summery little sweater or something. And then these shorts, which turned out so good. I love them. They're the Lulu shorts by Le Pole. I learned so much while knitting these. I learned twisted rib, which is pretty straightforward. And then I did like my first double knit button band. And then the first time I ever sewed buttons on something. And then I also put an elastic band throughout the waist. I think it turned out so good. I think I will reknit these, but probably in a different yarn. I think it calls for the Sadness Garn Linné yarn that I used for the top that I made, but I'll definitely reknit these, probably in one size bigger. This was the small size. I think I would like the medium. I want them to be just flowier. These are kind of more like they're very short, and they're also like kind of like fitting, except for like at the very bottom they kind of don't fit snug to your body, so kind of looks awkward, but I would definitely reknit them in one size bigger. I'll still wear those like pajama shorts and like in my backyard. Okay, now on to my accessories. Some of these I did knit last December, but I want to show them because I like them. So my first pair of mittens, I think, oh, this is the I think it's called like the simplest mitten in the world by Tincanknits, and there's like it's a free pattern, and it has so many, like, it has instructions for how to knit these mittens in different types of yarn. Like, this is the worsted weight. So I just knitted the mittens. I knitted the mittens, and then I duplicate stitched this cute little bow on this one. I think it's like kind of not in the right spot. It doesn't, you can't even tell, it's fine. This is honestly just acrylic yarn, so I probably will, yeah, this one looks so weird. But I do think I will reknit these in like a wool yarn, because acrylic just, it kind of just feels like sweaty in there. This is also the Tincanknits simplest mitten pattern, but I made them like One Tree Hill mittens, if you've seen that show. If you know, like, Nathan Scott, he is like number 23, and so it was during my One Tree Hill phase. I think they're so cute still. I think this was all yarn from my stash as well. I think I made this hat in March. It is made with the Patton's Classic Wool DK, so it's a little bit itchy. It's by Purl Soho. It's the classic ribbed hat. I love the decreases. The second version that I'm making right now, I'm making one size bigger. I don't love the color. Moving on to my next. It's these mittens, which I'll try and find the pattern. I know it's a free pattern that uses the Lion Brand Thick and Quick, and I actually started these in February and finished them last month because they became an eternal whip. They're really cute. I really do like them. They're just like a simple mitten. Yeah, I do like them. This hat is my next accessory that I made. It's made, I think it's with the color Ruby and Guava from my bow vest that I made. I just used the scraps to make this beanie. I think it's so cute with the stripes. It's in 2x2 rib. It's the Lovely Ribbed beanie, I think, or hat. I'm not really sure. I know it's Lovely Ribbed something, but it's in the Barocco vintage, so it's so comfy. My mom actually made herself one in just like a different color. This next set of gloves might be my most like exciting project I made because it was my first test knit. They are the Caradwen fingerless gloves by Purl by Ray, and these are knitted in the size 2. They're so nice. I love them. I'll definitely knit another pair, but I love it so much. It's in Malabrigo Rios in the colorway Cancer, I believe. It's like part of their like Zodiac collection. But yeah, held with the Estelle Whisper. So held it with the mohair. It's like a white mohair thing. I knitted my first pair of socks. These are the Recreational Telling Socks by Liz Harris. They're made with the Patons Croy because I just thought I'll just get like a cheap sock yarn for my first socks. And they're honestly comfy still. Like they kind of have a rough feeling, but like they actually wear fine. Like when I put them on, it's fine. I made my dog a sweater with, this is the rhubarb color from the bow vest. I used this from the first Monday sweater that I made, and the duck vest are both in that color. So I had leftover of that, and she looks so cute. She kind of has like weird shoulders, so like it slips down. Like her head, her neck, and her like body are like the same size. So it like slips down a little bit, but I made one for my little dog too, but that was last year and it's like Christmas themed, so they look so cute together though. And then I also knitted one of those frogs with a sweater for my grandma. Okay, my very last item is this pot holder that I made for my mom. My sister picked out the stitch pattern. I gave her two options. I think I gave her this one and like a basket weave, and she picked this one. So my thought was to use it for like picking up the kettle because the handle's always so hot when you go to grab it, and it's been perfect. It's just in like a cotton yarn. I had it in my stash already. That is all I knit this year, and I'm really excited for 2025 knits. And I've got so many favorited patterns on Ravelry, so yeah, maybe I'll make a video of what I'm planning on knitting for this upcoming year. And I hope I see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!